Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we need to talk about war, or the possibility of such. Now, for those of you who've been following the news around the world, there's a lot of speculation at the moment that we're about to enter into a conflict with Russia. Tomorrow, Tuesday, President Biden will be holding an online conference with President Putin of the Russian Federation. And this comes after an American spy apparently detected a huge buildup of troops, Russian troops, along the Ukraine border, and the alleged information that Russia is planning to send 175,000 troops into Ukraine. Now, for me, this has particular interest because I live about 40 miles from the Ukraine border. Whether this is just Putin posturing, maybe for internal political status, maybe to get relief of the enormous sanctions the West has placed upon Russia, similar to when Russia cut gas supply during harsh winters and then expects some form of payment in lieu. We don't know. But I do know that the media over here in Slovakia and the Czech Republic there's a lot of talk about it. But it's not just Russia and Europe and America that may be leading up to war. At the beginning of November, the Chinese government issued a very strange statement on its media, telling the people to stock up on food and basic supplies. Now, there was a lot of speculation as to why they would encourage panic buying. These range from because of this disease that's going around, to the energy crisis, which every country in the world suddenly seems to be having, regardless of its own energy production, to natural disasters, because China does regularly suffer quite horrific floods or droughts or earthquakes, to the obvious war with Taiwan. Now, China quickly retracted the statement, saying, we didn't mean it in that way, obviously. But at the same time, they decided to do multiple flyovers of Taiwan with military aircraft. And in a news report, in an interview on Australian news between a representative of the great fluffy panda, as they like to portray themselves, and this media correspondent, the Chinese basically warned Australia from interfering should China re-annex Taiwan, suggesting that it would not be healthy for Australia in the long term. Economically, it definitely wouldn't be. China is both America and Australia's largest trading partner, so economically it would be disastrous. But the implication was more, you really don't want to do that. There is a lot of speculation that China is preparing to invade Taiwan and take it back. So is war on the horizon? Is war on two fronts on the horizon, just as it was in World War II? The Pacific Theatre and in Europe. This is a very scary prospect. Now, many people will say, we live in the 21st century, we don't do war anymore. Well, tell that to Iraq and Afghanistan. and multiple African nations. War does go on. But a huge global scale world war, is that on the cards? We'll see tomorrow what happens in the conversation between Biden and Putin. But all the talk is about January 2022. I'm hoping that this really is just posturing and it will be resolved. Anyway, as always, be free.